My name is Forrest Chesvick. I own Good Buzz Brewing Company here in Centralia, Washington. The one thing I'd stress above all others, don't be afraid of adversity, don't be afraid of failure, don't be afraid of trying because you might not succeed. Enduring the failures, persevering, picking yourself up off the ground is a extremely valuable trait. It's not taught, it's something that is actually, it's quite the opposite. We're taught that that didn't work out. You shouldn't do that anymore. That was bad. Oh, you didn't get your degree, you failed the class. Well, maybe you should just do something different. Well, you tried to fix that and you broke it even worse. I mean, you should just go pay someone to do it. That's not how life works. With everything we have around us, whether it's the electronics we have, vehicles we drive, the buildings we're standing in or sitting in, we have them because people failed, because people learned, because they weren't afraid of picking themselves up off the ground when it didn't work and trying again. I cannot stress enough, do not ever, ever quit. The moment you quit is when you have truly failed. The moment you quit is when everything you did, everything you worked so hard for, the blood, the sweat, the tears, everything you put into something, the moment you just give up and don't touch it again, is the moment it's all gone. The most important thing, things aren't going to work out. That's a lesson you learned. You know how to better approach it next time. It is important to embrace failure, learn from it, and pursue the objective from a new avenue. You can't sit there, continue trying the same thing over and over, expect a better result, expect it to work out because, oh, this is the 15th time you tried it. It needs to be the 15th time you tried it and you're thinking it through from a new angle and learning why it didn't work the past 14 times. It's okay to have people tell you, you don't know what you're doing. Well, neither did Edison when he was inventing the light bulb. He failed thousands of times. But here we are. His light bulb's still lit up in the Smithsonian all these years later. You're never going to get anywhere in life if you don't put in the work, you don't persevere, if you don't try. Everyone has this mentality where they're going to tell you, take the easy way, you don't have to work hard, go get yourself a degree, that's going to pay off. If you just go do this school, then they'll hand you a job that's going to make you a bunch of money. If you just go there, study a textbook, if you just whatever. Point is, you have to put in hard work. You could go get yourself a doctorate, but if you've never, ever put in any work in any field, you're going to start out just above entry level, even with that degree. Experience is something that is taken for granted these days. Experience and the hard work that goes with that will take you a lot further in life than anyone telling you or teaching you how to read a book and how to follow directions. You got to pursue something with everything you've got. Otherwise, you're going to fall flat on your face. There are plenty of people with degrees, plenty of people with educations, plenty of people that have pursued something just to have it not work out, and then they get bitter, they're upset. Well, that didn't work. I guess I'm just not good enough. This is where I'm at. Pick yourself up. If you want to keep pursuing that, figure out why it didn't work. That's why those past 14 times are important, because every single one of those is a lesson. If you approach something from a different angle every time, eventually you'll have a 360 picture of that problem and how to get there. You'll know every way around it. It may take a lot of failure, but getting back up and figuring out why you failed will get you to success. It'll get you where you want to be in life. If you don't have a passion yet, just try something. Just write down some things you're good at. Come up with a list of your qualities. For example, are you someone that's creative? Are you someone that is logical? Are you someone that can look at something and think through the way it's broken? Are you someone that likes, going out and working with people, talking to people? Are you someone that, likes photography? Figure out what things you enjoy and then just start branching out from there. It takes time, but once you figure this out, you can start working through a checklist of what you want to pursue, what's fun, what isn't, what drives you, what makes you want to get up in the morning, what makes you want to stay in bed and hit the snooze button. Here's a question for you. How many people have a smartphone? How many people have a library? How many people have a computer, a tablet? Everyone in this day and age has some source of information within their reach. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your physical ability. All of these things are excuses that'll set you back if you let them. Regardless of where you're at in life, you can always choose to get up and move forward or stay stagnant where you're at. Being a high schooler wanting to pursue a career as a doctor in high school, there's nothing saying you can't start studying the human body. If you don't know how to apply or how to treat something as simple as, say, a scrape, right? You get a cut on the playground or out playing football, soccer, whatever. If you don't have a passion with pursuing that, if you have no interest in wondering how to do that, then that's your issue. You gotta start small, gotta start where you're at and work your way up, because everyone wants the results and they don't look at what the person took or what sacrifices they made to get those results. So in regards to the doctor thing, in high school, if you want to be a doctor in high school, before you go sink tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, sacrificing the next couple decades of your life just trying to get out from under the weight of that debt, start learning with where you're at. You know, if you could go ahead, get yourself a little first aid kit, understand what the items in that kit do. What does, say, what is the purpose of using something like Neosporin? What is the purpose of using these bandages, butterfly bandage as opposed to a standard Band-Aid? What is the purpose of, wrapping something in gauze versus just putting a, Band-Aid over it, whatever it might be? Point is, you could learn where you're at and test the waters before you jump in head first. There are sacrifices you have to make, but it is worth it. It is okay to end up putting in all this hard work, to work 100 hours a week for a couple years to achieve your dream. Because guess what? While everyone else is still, they're in their 30s, their 40s, still trying to accomplish something, trying to do what they can to make themselves happy, trying to get where they want to be in life. Putting in all the work while you're young allows you to enjoy things as you get to that point in your life. Rather than going on social media and watching someone, fix an old car, going on social media, going out there watching TV, doing whatever, right? Rather than watching someone do it, give it a try. Embrace the failure. The first time you do it, you're probably gonna suck. It's simple. Everyone starts somewhere. However, if you embrace that failure, you learn from it. Rather than, like I said, instead of going out just watching a video, watching this guy restore this old classic car, go get yourself something to fix. Get yourself a lawnmower someone's throwing away because it won't start anymore. That's a great starting point to get into mechanics. Super cheap, super simple to fix, super easy. Allows you to test the waters and it's not gonna start the first time, I can almost guarantee you. But that's okay. Look at it again, ask people, just try something. Don't sit there, don't waste your life. Don't give up without ever having actually tried. We were created to have community, to have people around us, to build each other up. Iron sharpens iron. We were made to go ahead and teach, to build each other up, to come together and work together. If you want to sit there and figure it out, if you're a lone wolf, if that's what truly makes you happy, we can't change that. However, just know, having support around you, having people to talk to, even if it's someone that knows absolutely nothing about what you're attempting, simply just bouncing ideas off of them, asking them, hey, why isn't this working? I tried it this way. They're gonna tell you, I don't know, but there's a good chance they might also tell you, hey, have you tried something like this? But I also learned a lot by asking, by going down to local mechanic shops and asking them, hey, do you know anything about a Ford 360? Have you ever worked on a Chevy 350? You know anything about a Cummins inline 6? They'll sit there and tell you. Most of the time they will. They'll ask you what you want to know or what's going on. They'll take a few minutes of their day to teach you. Most people, when they see someone that's eager to learn, someone that's willing to take a moment and use their ears and mouth in proportion, meaning hear twice as much as you speak. You have 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen to what they have to say. Listen to their years of experience and allow them to teach you. You'll end up making some significant strides. You can figure out yourself. You can figure out the problem yourself. But learning from the experience of the people that came before you is invaluable. However, I do want to stress, talk to people with experience. It's always good to go out and, have people of all different lifestyles, to learn from them. All different skills, all different trades. But if you're asking someone that, say, is a mathematician that simply does, calculus, algebra, that's their field, that's what they know. If you're asking them about how how a wind turbine works, they may be able to give you some, general answers, but it's a good idea to go talk to the technician that actually works on them, because that is his specialty. Learn from the people that have experience. Someone that's just read it in a book may be able to give you some definitive answers, but go to any good mechanic. He could tell you by the sound of your engine if there's something wrong with it. Just starting it up, not even having to open the hood. He could tell you if it's misfiring, if there's a belt, pulley that's loose. He could tell you whatever. Usually by the sound of it. Go ask someone that read about cars in a book to do the same. You're not going to be able to get the same result there. But your hard work does pay off. The choices you make do pay off. The things you do pay off. That said, if you make dumb choices, you're going to have bad results. But that's still an opportunity to learn. Nothing's permanent. No failure, no bump in the road. There is nothing you did that's so wrong where it's ruined for the rest of your life. There is always an opportunity to pick yourself up and learn from it, to pick yourself up and be better than that person you were. Whether it's on a bigger scale, whether, say hypothetically you did something and got yourself, thrown in jail. But you also have to be willing to accept and learn from what you did. If you get up and you just go back out and do it again, you didn't learn. You got to try it from a different angle. You got to try and learn, how did this go wrong? What can I do better? How can I be better? Never stop learning, never stop striving for success. Success means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. If you ask 10 different people what success means, you'll get a lot of different answers. A lot of them have to do with finding love, having a family, being a good person. A lot of people will tell you about money, about the things you buy, the things you own, the cool shoes you have, the clothes you wear. It means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But when you find something you enjoy doing, you find that thing you enjoy working at, that thing that you're passionate about, success is perfecting it. It's going to be knowing that you're one of the best people in this field, that you are truly an expert in this. It doesn't happen after one attempt. That doesn't happen after one project. That comes after many, many years. Even in the industry I am, been doing it for several years now. I'm still new. Every day I'm learning something new, trying different recipes, seeing the way these things work with these things. It is something that is really important. Once you start this, don't give up. Don't say, I've done enough, it's good. I got the lawnmower working, not doing that again. If you enjoyed it, why would you stop? If you really enjoyed what you were doing, you found that passion, you found that thing that you were really good at, that thing you were made to do, don't stop. Perfect it. Hone that craft. Get to be more knowledgeable than the people you went and talked to at the very beginning trying to figure this out. And then once you're at that point, once you've become the best you can be at this field, look for someone that was just like you. Some bright-eyed kid coming over, finding the opportunity to talk with someone, just figuring out how to get started, where to go. It's a full circle. You start out not knowing anything, going out, looking up to people, asking, pursuing knowledge. Once you get the knowledge, you hone your craft over so many years, and then you return the favor. Just think, those people that if the guy that had taught you what you wanted to know shunned you, said, "I'm too busy, go away, kid," where would you be? Just once you have gotten to the point you want, help someone else get there. Because that's what it's really all about here. Again, we were not meant to be alone. We're social people, we're social creatures. It's the way God made us. We're meant to build each other up. When you find this thing, when you find this item that you're passionate about that drives you, you'll see what I mean in here. It's not an issue of, I'm not good enough, I failed, this sucks, I'm struggling. Instead, it's, how do I do this? Okay, this didn't work, this was great. There's this change of mentality where failure is not a problem anymore. Failure is not scary. Failure isn't, the end of the world if you don't get it right. That's okay. There really is a change of perspective when you start pursuing the things that make you happy, the things that you're skilled at, the things that you were put here to do.